Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, don't forget to hit the subscribe button down below and thumbs up this video if you're watching this in your pajamas. Today I'm going to be testing out all the products I showed you guys in my last video, as well as a few more products I picked up from the drugstore the other day. Also, if you're not already, follow me on Instagram and Twitter to be updated on when I make new videos. Alright, let's just jump into the video. First, I'm going to be taking the Olay Fresh Effects Long Live Moisture Satin Finish Lotion. I'm just going to be applying this under my eyes, on my forehead, and on my chin because that's where I get the most dry. I find my under eyes very dry this time of year just because I live in Canada, like I said, and it's super dry in the air at this time of year. So if you guys know of any really good moisturizing under eye cream, please leave a comment down below. Taking the Too Faced Primed and Poreless Skin Smoothing Face Primer. I'm just applying this under my eyes, on my nose, on my forehead, and on my chin because that's where I have the most texture. This primer, I really liked it. I tried the sensitive skin one before and I really liked that one, and right there I was checking to see if it had a smell to see if it would break me out, and it didn't have too bad of a smell. I just really worked it into those areas and made sure that it really sunk into my skin so that the foundation could apply evenly. And it did work really good. I'm still trying to work with it, but I like it so far. Now I'm taking the Too Faced Born This Way foundation in the shade Snow. I'm just going to take about between 2 to 4 pumps. It's going to vary depending on how much you're used to, how many pumps you want. I tend to put quite a bit of foundation on my face, but with how I apply it later on, which I'll show you, it really soaks up the foundation that is left on my face without making my face cakey. So just be cautious of that. Put as much on as you're comfortable with. But yeah, I'm just dotting it all over my face, making sure I get an even layer everywhere, and then I'll go in with a beauty blender here in a minute to tap it all out. I'm just gonna wetten a beauty blender and make sure it gets really wet because that's when it works the best, and wring it out probably like 4 or 5 times and just pat it off on a towel, and then I'm just going in and I'm really pouncing it into my skin. I'm not swiping. I'm just really pushing the foundation into my skin to make sure it sinks in and looks natural, even though we are applying a full face of makeup. I ended up really liking this foundation. I'm still kind of trying it out, but so far I've probably worn it 3 times, and I like it for the amount of coverage it gives, and it's really lightweight, so I do recommend it if you're ever in Sephora and you're thinking about picking it up. And here I'm realizing how orange my fingers are. I was peeling carrots before this and it stained my fingers, and I didn't really realize it until I was editing, but yeah, it's whatever. Now I'm taking the NYX HD Photogenic Concealer and I'm just highlighting under my eyes in that triangle shade that you see every other beauty guru do. It really just brightens your eyes and makes you look more awake when in all reality you're super fucking tired. So I'm just highlighting under my eyes, and I'm going to highlight my chin and my forehead and down my nose, and then just spot conceal any blemishes or redness I have. I conceal around my nose because I have a lot of redness there, but I heard that it's just hormones and it's natural in women that we get really red there. So if you find that you're really red there too, try this concealer because it covered it up really well. And again, just going in with the damp beauty blender and blending that all out so everything looks seamless. But yeah, I really love this concealer, and if you're thinking about getting it, I definitely would. I love it a lot more than the Urban Decay Naked Skin one, which everyone raves about, but it just didn't really, I'm not sure why. But this one I find is way better, and it's way full coverage, but it's not heavy, so that's what I really like about it. Now I'm going to take my Laura Mercier Invisible Press Setting Powder in the shade Universal. It's just a translucent powder. It's really good. I didn't really want to get the loose one like that everyone else uses just because I thought they'd be like super fucking messy. So I got the pressed version and I find it works the best. Like it works just great for me. Like I don't feel the need to go get the other one. So I just take a Real Techniques powder brush and I just press it onto my face like very lightly so I'm not wiping away any foundation. And then once it's really on there, I'll buff it out to make sure I don't have any like loose powder look on my face. And then I'll just take the other Real Techniques brush. It's just I think it's a setting brush is what it's called. And I just take that powder again. And before I apply it, I tap out underneath my eyes so that I don't have any creases there. And then I just set it all in place so I don't crease throughout the day because I do have wrinkles under my eyes, even though I'm only 20. And just wipe away the rest of the powder so you don't have powder face all day. I meant to use that new Dulu Hula bronzer that I showed in my haul video, but I put powder on my face, and if I was going to use that, I wouldn't have powdered my face first. So I'll try that in the next video. But then, instead of that, I'm just taking the regular Hula bronzer, and I'm taking it on a powder brush. I like it better because it really bronzes up my skin like faster and easier than just like a pointed contour brush. But I know that it looks like it's pretty harsh here, but I'm going to blend it out in a bit once I put my blush on. So I'm just doing the 3B shape, my forehead, my cheekbones, and under my jaw to make sure everything blends down and I don't have a harsh line from my neck to my chin. Now I'm taking my NYX blush in Soft Spoken, which I just picked up the other day. And I have one NYX blush, but it's not the same formula, but it's like my favorite blush ever. And I don't know if I've showed you, no, I haven't showed you guys yet, but you'll be seeing it in a lot of tutorials. I really like these blushes, but they're super pigmented, like you saw me just react to. So just like be cautious of that if you pick any of these up and you want to use them. So I'm just putting that on the apples of my cheek and then working my way backwards. Now I'm going to take a dual fiber brush and blend it out and blend everything together to get rid of that like really harsh bronzer I applied by mistake. Now picking up MAC's Mineralized Skin Finish in Soft and Gentle, I'm going to highlight my face. This is my favorite highlighter, more than Champagne Pop by Jaclyn Hill. Champagne Pop is kind of, I feel more for like a darker skin tone, even though she says that it's good for light skin tones. I just find that Soft and Gentle works like better for me. You can't really see it, but I see it apparently right now as I'm showing myself in the mirror. But yeah, I just highlight on the top of my cheekbones, down the bridge of my nose to make the appearance of a slimmer nose, and on the edge of my nose, like the tip right there, just to add a little bit of shimmer so when the light hits it, it's like a little fresher face. Then I just take my beauty blender and I push it into my skin to make it look like I don't have powder just laying on my face. That's more like a glow within. I just took the Anastasia Brow Wiz in taupe and filled my brows in off camera just because there was no way I could get that close to the camera and to my mirror without fucking up. So I just did that off camera. And then I'm taking my clear brow gel that I showed you guys in my last video and I'm just setting my brows. I really do like this, like it really does hold my brows down, but if you're like weird with scents, I wouldn't pick this up because it has a really strong scent. But other than that, I really do like it. If you want a brow tutorial, I can definitely do that in the future. Just give me some time to like perfect my brows. Now I'm taking the Morphe 350 palette, the most beautiful palette in the entire world, and I'm taking those two top matte shades and I'm just applying that all over my eye from right to the bottom of my eye, right close to the lashes to the top of the brow, just to really set the eye and get rid of any foundation like lines that was there, and just to make all the other colors I'm going to be applying blend a lot easier. Now I'm taking that like medium warmish brown color. It's right on the second row, I think it was. If it wasn't, correct me. But I'm taking it on a blending brush. I'm just applying it as my transition color. So where I set my transition color is kind of in my crease, but a little higher, like right on the top of the brow bone, like once you hit the brow bone and down. I don't go below the crease, I don't go higher than my brow bone, I just really blend it and then kind of fling it out. And just do the same on the other eye. Now I'm taking that brown color that has more of a red undertone in it, and I'm taking on a MAC 217 brush, and I'm placing it just solely in my crease and on my outer V. This is going to add more dimension to the eye and just make it look a little more smoky, if you will. So I'm just putting that right in the crease first, and then making more of that outer V shape on my eye. Then I'm going to drag it all the way into the inner crease, and I'm going to put a lot more product on the inner crease and the outer crease than in the middle. So it kind of gives like a halo, wide-eyed effect, if you will. Then I'm taking that blending brush that I used to put my transition color down. I'm just blending both of the colors together. Not with any more product on the brush, just blending everything together so there's no harsh lines. Now I'm going to take the lightest shade in the palette, and I'm going to put that on a MAC 242 brush and just highlight my brow bone with it. Just right under the arch of my brow is where I concentrate the most color, and then I'll feather it out towards the tail. Then I just take that 217 again with no more color, and I just blend those two together. Then I take my concealer that I use to highlight and conceal, and I take it on a concealer brush, and I just clean up my edges. I do this instead of applying tape. I still do apply tape sometimes, but I just prefer to do it this way. It's easier, I find, and it doesn't tug on my skin as much. Everyone makes mistakes. This just goes to show that even I do too. So all I did is I just took my NYX Super Skinny Eye Marker in Carbon Black. I did it off camera for the same reason that I did my eyebrows off camera. I just couldn't get close enough, but I'll try to practice so I can show you guys how I do my wings on camera. And does anyone else have that problem that when they curl their lashes, their eyeliner comes off from when they curl them? I don't know why. Almost every eyeliner I've tried has done it, and it's really annoying. But if you know of any eyeliners that don't do that, please leave in the comments below. So yeah, I just curled my eyelashes with my Tarte eyelash curler, and then now I'm applying my Benefit Roller Lash Mascara. And I put quite a few coats on just because I'm not applying false lashes. I in no means wear false eyelashes every day. Like I do it like probably once a month for a special occasion, and that's about it. So I really do coat the mascara on when I don't put false eyelashes on. And that's 2 eyes with mascara. Now I'm going to work on the lower lash line, and I'm taking that darkest color that I applied in the crease of my eye, and I'm just smoking out the lower lash line with it. Taking it not all the way in, probably 3/4 of the way in, and just lining it, getting it as close as I can. Once that's applied, I'm going to take that transition color and blow that color out, really smoke it out, and just make sure everything blends together so it's not just one harsh line, it's just more of like an ombre effect. Then I'm just going to take my mascara again and just touch out the lower lashes, put some mascara on that. If you put mascara on your bottom lashes first and then try to smoke out your lower lash line, everything just turns into a big fucking mess, and I just don't recommend it. So just get all your eyeshadow done, and then do your mascara, and then you won't have any problems. Now I'm gonna wet my MAC 242 brush with the MAC Fix Plus. I'm gonna go into this like champagne-y, pinkish, shimmery color from the palette. I'm just highlighting my inner corner. So what I do is I place it on the bottom fourth of my lower lash line where I left room for it, straight on my tear duct to highlight the inner corner, and then probably just a fourth of my top eyelid just to brighten the whole inner corner up to make me look a little more awake than I actually was. Then I just set my whole face with the Max Fix Plus just to give it a little more of a dewy finish because I am so dry. And really just let it dry before you open your eyes because then you'll just get black dots all over your eyelid. Now I'm taking my Milani lip liner in shade number 3 nude and I'm lining my lips. I don't overdraw my lips. I just simply line it so that it makes it completely mess proof when I go put my lipstick on. Just so I know where my lips are and everything just stays a lot better and looks a lot crisper. I probably would have picked a lighter shade after I realized how light the color was, but it all worked out in the end. I then take my new MAC Amplified Lipstick in Blankety and I just apply that all over my lips. But yeah, as you can see, the lipstick was a lot lighter than the lip liner, so I probably would have went with more of like a, oh, I can't think of it. It's a MAC lip liner I have. I think it's Bare Doll or something. I'm not too sure. But yeah, so I just put my lipstick on and then I take my new NYX Butter Gloss in Tiramisu and I apply that all over. Once I'm done that, I'm pretty much all done the makeup look and I just blend out my eyeshadow a little bit more and then that's it for the video. Make sure you like this video and subscribe and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!